Grant, your thoughts on that one this afternoon?
I thought we were poor first half. I really did. I don't think we didn't want to get on the ball. That wasn't the intention. I don't think we showed enough bravery, enough purpose to get us on the ball first half. That being said, we should have a penalty. You know, the shot that someone had on the edge of the box, I can't remember who it was, and the handball, free kick, it's 2-3 yards inside the box and you're hoping away from home you get them decisions. So, yeah, that's frustrating. But look, we concede and then we nearly concede again. If it wasn't for an unbelievable save from Laws, even the penalty. So this has happened in a few games now for us where we've conceded very quickly, and nearly happened again today. So there's a lot for us to address, really. I don't know why the players are playing with a little bit of lack of belief at this moment in time. We're just a little bit inconsistent in our individual performances at this moment in time, which is killing us as a team. 3 subs that come on were outstanding. I thought Sean Green, Ben Close, Jordan Gibson, and this is what I'm talking about. The 3 of them took the ball, like they wanted the ball, they wanted to make things happen. The rest of us probably weren't at it. We're not the races today, and you can't go to a game. You can't go to Luton and have 3, 4, 5 players at it. You know, that's the reality of it.
What were your thoughts on the second half performance overall? You showed a bit more threat than what you'd done in the first.
A little bit better, Liam, but look, we're playing against a team that's on edge at this moment in time, and lacking a bit of confidence themselves, I think. So the message to the players was going to see if we can turn the crowd, see if we can get them, you know, against their team. We didn't give them a chance, really. We didn't give them a chance to do that. We didn't pressure them enough. We didn't pick up enough second balls. We weren't anticipating things. They were more aggressive than us. Which ultimately, when you come to a Luton, doesn't matter how informed they are, you know, you've got to do them things, and we didn't do it. But probably the most thing that's hurt me today is the fact that we weren't brave enough to get on the ball first half. It took me to bring Ben Close on a second half. Sean Green got on the ball, Jordan Gibson, to get us on the ball, you know, and gives me food for thought for next week.
How do you inject that bravery back into him?
I don't know, because Cliffy just said, and he's 100% right, the players couldn't play for a manager that gives them so much trust to go on and get on the ball, because I'm not really too concerned if they lose it. I'm more concerned about the reaction after it. So it's something we need to speak about during the week. We want the players to continue to improve and learn and get better. You know, we just didn't do enough today. There was a real, we just didn't do enough. Even when we got the top end of the pitch, there was heavy touches to OC, Brandon, Malls slashing things past the post when usually we're okay in them areas. Today we weren't.
I was going to ask you if you thought you had enough chances to get something from this one.
Look, we had half chances. We put some really good balls across the box that we didn't quite get on. We didn't threaten the goalkeeper enough. That's for certain. We just didn't threaten the keeper. We didn't show the calmness and the composure to score. Hence why we've got beat today.
Oh, you mentioned him already, but a word on Ian Lawler and that penalty save in particular.
Yes, a brilliant save. You know, he's had to claw back down. And I'm hoping that galvanised us. You know, we got in a half time at 1-0. I was hoping we could galvanise ourselves and get going. And we're slightly better in the second half. You know, we made some changes. We tried to be as attacking as possible, and it just petered out towards the end. We just didn't have that belief to go and get in the box and get on something. And then when we do, we just slash at something past the post and take heavy touches and around the box, which is something we need to look at and understand why.
Rightly or wrongly, whenever you make a change in the goalkeeping department, it always attracts a bit of attention. What were you thinking in terms of handing Lawsy the gloves?
It was just the freshness, really, Liam. I spoke to Timmy yesterday, and I always make a decision based on what the goalkeeping coach thinks, and it was just the freshness. You know, Timmy's made. There's no point of hiding behind him. He's made some mistakes, and sometimes for a young goalkeeper, it's good to come out and have a look, to come back again at some point. So that was a reason.
Conor O'Riordan we saw go off in the first half. What's the latest with him?
Yeah, it looks like he's twisted an ankle. So we'll see how he is over the next few days.
A couple of the changes were there more tactical. You know, Robbie Gotts, and you mentioned it a little bit.
We wanted to come here fresh. Wanted to come here fresh today. We picked this freshest team as possible. The only 2 outfield players that played in Tottenham on Wednesday night was Glenn and Bales. Glenn looked a bit tired. Second half, he looked a bit leggy. So in hindsight, I probably should have went with Gibble. But look, these are things I'll ask myself all the way home in certain areas of the pitch. But look, ultimately that's not the reason why we lost. We've lost the game today because we didn't organise quick enough from a corner, and we've left Naismith a wide free kick, and we didn't show enough at the top end of the pitch to get a goal.
It's 3 straight defeats in the league, something we're not used to at all in your tenure here as well. How do you kind of switch that around and get back performing the manner in which you want them to?
We just got to instill the belief a bit more into the players. I just said to them in there, I don't know if any of us are comfortable just being League One players, because I'm certainly not happy being just a League One manager. So I want them to have the belief that I have, and I want them to have the belief that I know our fans have. At this minute, I'm not seeing enough of it from enough of them. So my remit this week is to get that out of them, get the belief out of them. We're not happy just to coast along in this division. You know, it's not something I want to do. I'm not stood here today. Yes, I'm a League One manager at this moment in time, but I don't want to be a League One manager. I want to be a Championship manager with this club, and I want the players to feel like that as well. I don't want them to be happy just being where they are. But it's habits, Liam. It's to do that. It's habits. It's every day. It's living your life right. It's making sure you eat properly. It's making sure you train properly. It's making sure you're professional. You know, I referenced Matty and Billy Sharp in there. It's the reason why they had such long careers at the top level, because they do everything right. And my job is to educate these players. Cliff, the staff, is to educate these players what it takes to get to that level. You know, that's what it is, and it's not being acceptant of where we are at this present time, because we're average. That's where we are. We're in average position in the league at this moment in time. Average position for what I know we have in this group. We're average, and I need us to be better.
You mentioned the fans and the belief they showed. Nearly 1,100 of them keeping you going all the way.
It's honestly, it's that's what hurts the most. You know, we've had 4,000 fans at Spurs on Wednesday night, and then we've got over 1,000 fans here today, and they would have seen what I seen in the first half. They would have seen a team that wasn't brave enough to get on the ball and make things happen, and I'd have been frustrated if I was sitting there watching that. But hopefully in the second half they've seen a bit of an improvement. But the boys need to be better than what we've shown today. There's no question about that, and we have to get to work next week.